Hey guys, it's Ellie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm discussing 8 strategies that great minds use to achieve success. This is actually heavily inspired from this book that I read recently, and this book is called The Winner's Brain. I highly suggest you guys to read this book. It's about a 6-hour audiobook and it is available on Storytel, and thanks to Storytel for sponsoring today's video. Storytel is an audiobook platform where you can listen to up to 1 lakh audiobooks, and you get access to all of these audiobooks for 30 days for free if you use my trial code storytel.com/Helly, and after that it's like $2.99 per month, so it's very cheap. Also, I read The Winner's Brain in like 2 days, and most of the times the books that I read on Storytel help me a lot in reading more books within a month, because there are so many times of the day where I travel or I'm just busy in chores that can lend my ears free, and that's when I incorporate audiobooks in my life. If you're someone who is struggling to incorporate the habit of reading into their lives, maybe you should give Storytel a try. So the link to a free trial will be in the description below as usual. And now, without any further ado, let's get into the summary, or rather a discussion of the biggest takeaways I got from this book. So the number one thing that great minds have is self-awareness, and this is extremely important. Most of the times we meet people who are either overconfident or underconfident, but you need to know exactly what your talents are and what exactly your limitations are. Once you know what your positive and negative points are, you can work on them better. If you are good at something, you know that you don't really need to spend as much time on it, but if you're not good at something and you are aware of that, you'll probably work towards it. Awareness is the first big step towards success, because if you don't know your limitations, you can never work on them properly. So make sure that you are doing this. The second thing is motivation, and most successful people are self-motivated. We don't really see immensely successful people with a negative mentality, okay? That is because motivation is key to working and achieving success. I know that there have been times when I have felt extremely depressed or just not motivated enough to work, but most of the times I came out of it and I worked even harder, and that has helped me a lot. Although I can't really say that I'm successful per se, but I guess at the age of 20 I'm quite happy with whatever I have been doing so far, and I hope that self-motivation is something that you can do for yourselves. Something that really helps me is reading books, obviously, but also watching YouTube channels which talk about motivation. There is an amazing YouTuber called Sandeep Maheshwari. He's also a brilliant speaker, and his videos help me, my mother, and I guess all ages a lot, and I highly suggest his videos to you, but I think you already know him. Number 3 will be focus. Focus on what is important. It's okay to get distracted once in a while, because that happens, but every week, just think about what you are doing in your life, and if you're doing something that doesn't really add any value to your life 5 years or 10 years later, maybe you should rethink your choices and focus on the things that actually will matter 5 to 10 years from now, and that will direct you towards your goal much faster. The fourth thing that successful people are really good at, and something that I really struggle with, is emotional balance. Anything that is affecting me emotionally also affects my professional life. But if you notice, most successful people differentiate their professional and personal lives very well, and it is something that I am yet to learn. I guess I'm on my way, but it is extremely hard. However, if you let your personal life affect you professionally, it more often than not ends up very badly. So make sure that you work on this. Once again, everything that I'm talking about in today's video, everything that I read inside the book, it's extremely subjective, and it's nothing that you can do in one day or one night, okay? It takes time, it takes habit, and it takes a lot of effort and self-discipline to achieve this. But once you do, you'll thank yourself when you get to the place where you have always wanted to be. And that's the deal, you know. You have to work very hard towards your goals and towards achieving whatever you have set for yourself today, so that your future self can thank your past self for doing this. It sounds so cliche, but there's a reason why cliches are cliche, because cliches work. The next thing the author talks about is memory, and by memory he means memories of past experiences, the things that you have learned. It's no use learning, failing and accumulating a lot of experience if you don't even put your experience to work. Your experiences build your character, and unless you emulate those experiences into building a better future for yourself, what are you even doing? There's a reason why people say failures are the pillar of success, because once you have failed, the next time you're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience. Don't let that memory fade away. help yourself to maintain that memory, and whenever you're taking a future decision, maybe it might be for your personal or professional life, just make sure that your memory helps you in taking future decisions, because more often than not our memory kind of fails us. We don't think about our past experiences a lot of times and we make the same mistake again and again. Don't let that happen to you if you want to be successful in life. Next two parts were my absolute favorites. Those were resilience and adaptability more, because I personally focus a lot on adaptability. I am always changing. I'm always keeping myself updated with new trends, new skills, and I still feel that I'm lagging behind, and I don't know if that is right or wrong, but I feel like adaptability is going to shape your life and shape who you are. The more you can adapt to new ideas and let go of everything that you have known so far, the more successful you can be in life. The world is changing more drastically than ever. Technology is advancing by leaps and bounds, and there's just so much to know. There are so many opportunities available only if you can look. I don't think 10 years ago anyone would have even thought about making money sitting at home. But these days people are becoming millionaires sitting in a room with a laptop, because that's what technology has given us. And there are so many people saying that technology is ruining us, etc., etc. We are being corrupted by social media. Well, I can't absolutely disagree with them. However, I do think that if you can adapt yourself with changing times, it can help you a lot in achieving success in life. One of my biggest struggles in life is convincing my parents. First question that my father asks me is there anyone doing this for 10 years? And I'm like, YouTube or the internet was not that big 10 years ago. So you can't really talk about that because it's extremely new. However, that doesn't mean that the future is also bleak. So adaptability is one of the biggest things that you can have in yourself. I remember being extremely worried one day about what's going to happen in the future, etc., etc. Because if the internet for some reason shuts down, then I'm going to lose everything. So that's when my sister told me that the only thing that you should have in life is the ability to study and adapt yourself to new things. As long as you are learning, you will be making money and you'll be fine in life. So that is something that inspired me a lot, and that is something I'll tell you guys too. Make sure that you're always learning, and yeah, that is your pathway to success. The last thing the book talks about is caring for the brain. The book's title is The Winner's Brain, so obviously your brain is your biggest asset. Keep good care of your brain, and there are so many ways you can do this. Maybe you can exercise, do physical activities that will help you exercise your brain, do mental activities that will help you exercise your brain, eat good food, have a proper diet. There are so many foods and superfoods that help your brain function better, and I can't stress highly on the importance of this. What you eat makes up your body and thus also makes up your life in some way. So make sure whatever you're putting inside your body is not trash, because you don't want to trash life. Also make sure that you sleep well. I've read this somewhere that a person who has not slept well acts worse than an alcoholic. I'm not sure if this is true, but yeah, when someone is deprived of sleep, they probably don't feel very good about it, right? So make sure that you sleep well as well. And yeah, make sure that you take the utmost care of your brain that you can. Most of the times we don't even think about our brains as much as we do about our other body parts, because most of the times they are always hurting. Yes, I'm 20 years old and most of the times I'm having a backache. I feel so old already. But yeah, what I'm talking about is that we don't really think about our brains as much, whereas that's what makes us think. So yeah, maybe that's something to think about. Goodness gracious. I hope you guys liked this video. If you want to read the book The Winner's Brain, the link to buy it or listen to it will be in the description below. Let me know in the comments below if you like these strategies and if you would want me to make more videos about books, summaries of them, because I have not been doing much of it in a while, but I really want to restart again. I'll be back with another video next week. Till my next video, bye bye.